Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The power of prayer. Today, we gather to discuss a subject that transcends culture, ideology, and personal belief systems: prayer. It is not merely a ritual or a collection of words uttered in solitude. It is a profound act of reaching toward the infinite, toward that which is greater than ourselves. Prayer is, at its core, a dialogue with the divine and alignment of our finite existence with an eternal purpose. Prayer fosters humility and acknowledges our dependence on a higher power. At its core, prayer is an act of surrender, a recognition that we do not have complete control over our lives or the circumstances that surround us. This acknowledgement requires a deep humility, a willingness to admit that, despite our best efforts, there are forces at work far beyond our understanding or influence. In a world where self-reliance is often held as the ultimate ideal, prayer challenges the notion that we can solve every problem or overcome every obstacle through sheer determination alone. It calls us to look beyond ourselves and recognize our need for guidance, support, and wisdom that transcends human capability. Humility in prayer is not a weakness but a strength. To kneel in prayer, metaphorically or literally, is to set aside pride and self-sufficiency, embracing the vulnerability that is inherent in being human. It is an act of honesty, where one admits their limitations and confronts the areas where they fall short. In doing so, prayer creates a space for personal growth and transformation. By acknowledging dependence on a higher power, individuals begin to move away from the illusion of control that can lead to frustration, anxiety, and despair when life does not unfold as planned. Instead, they open themselves to the possibility of guidance and peace that comes from trusting in something greater. The humility fostered through prayer impacts relationships with others. When individuals recognize their dependence on a higher power, they often become more empathetic and compassionate toward those around them. Pride, which can isolate and divide, is softened through the act of prayer. People become more aware of their shared struggles and common humanity, fostering a sense of connection and community. This humility enables individuals to approach others with kindness, patience, and an openness to collaboration, understanding that they are not alone in their challenges or triumphs. Prayer also shifts the focus from self-centered desires to a broader perspective. It encourages individuals to align their values with principles such as justice, love, and mercy, which are often central to their faith or spiritual beliefs. In doing so, it not only fosters humility, but also cultivates a deeper sense of purpose, guiding individuals to live in a way that reflects their dependence on and gratitude for the divine. Prayer creates clarity and order by untangling the chaos within us. In the busyness of life, it is easy for thoughts, emotions, and concerns to become tangled into a confusing web. This internal noise can overwhelm the mind, making it difficult to focus, prioritize, or even understand what truly matters. Prayer provides a moment of pause, a sacred space where the noise is quieted and reflection begins. When a person engages in prayer, they are often articulating their thoughts, expressing gratitude, sharing fears, or seeking guidance. This act of verbalizing or mentally structuring their concerns brings coherence to what may have previously felt overwhelming or disorganized. In prayer, the act of naming specific worries or desires helps to bring them into focus. Often, people find that simply articulating their thoughts makes their challenges seem more manageable. What may have felt like an insurmountable storm of confusion becomes a series of identifiable issues that can be addressed one by one. This process of naming and clarifying is not just psychological, but also deeply spiritual, as it reflects a conscious effort to engage with life's complexities in a meaningful way. Prayer allows individuals to step back from their immediate circumstances and gain perspective, seeing the bigger picture rather than being consumed by the details. The clarity that emerges from prayer also enables individuals to prioritize their actions and intentions. When people pray, they are often asking for wisdom or direction. This act of seeking guidance naturally leads them to reflect on what is truly important, shedding distractions and focusing on core values. In doing so, prayer not only organizes the mind, but also aligns it with a deeper sense of purpose. This alignment is transformative as it shifts the focus from external chaos to an internal sense of peace and direction. Prayer can serve as a tool for emotional regulation, helping individuals to process difficult feelings in a safe and constructive manner. By bringing emotions into the open during prayer, individuals create a space where they can confront and release fear, anger, sadness, or frustration. This process helps to prevent these emotions from festering or spiraling into destructive patterns. Instead, the act of prayer channels them into a framework of hope and resolution, offering both clarity of thought and peace of heart. Through this, prayer becomes a sanctuary where order is restored and the individual feels prepared to face the world with renewed focus and understanding. Prayer transforms the individual, cultivating strength, patience, and gratitude. When people pray, they open themselves to a process of interchange that goes beyond mere ritual. Prayer is not simply about asking for things or seeking external solutions. It is a deeply personal practice that reshapes the heart and mind. Through consistent prayer, individuals develop the strength to endure challenges, the patience to wait for the right time, and the gratitude to appreciate the blessings they have. Strength is often cultivated in prayer because it serves as a refuge during times of difficulty. When life becomes overwhelming, prayer allows individuals to release their burdens and entrust them to a higher power. This act of surrender does not weaken them, rather it strengthens their resolve by reminding them that they are not alone in their struggles. Prayer helps people draw on a source of strength greater than their own, empowering them to persevere even when the path ahead seems insurmountable. In this way, prayer acts as a stabilizing force, giving individuals the courage and resilience needed to face life's challenges with determination. Patience is another virtue that is deeply tied to the practice of prayer. In a world driven by instant gratification, prayer teaches the value of waiting, of trusting that things will unfold in their proper time. When individuals pray, they often confront the tension between their immediate desires and the reality that some things require time to come to fruition. This process fosters patience as it encourages them to release control and trust in a timing that is beyond their understanding. Prayer becomes a practice of learning to wait with hope rather than frustration, cultivating an inner calm that can weather delays and uncertainties. Gratitude is perhaps one of the most transformative aspects of prayer. When people pray, they are often reminded of the blessings they have already received. This reflection fosters a sense of thankfulness that counteracts feelings of entitlement or dissatisfaction. Gratitude shifts the focus from what is lacking to what is present, creating a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Through prayer, individuals learn to appreciate not only the grand moments of joy, but also the small everyday gifts that might otherwise go unnoticed. This cultivation of gratitude reshapes the way individuals see the world, filling their hearts with contentment and their lives with meaning. Prayer unites people in shared purpose, transcending differences and affirming humanity. At its essence, prayer is an act that connects individuals not just to a higher power, but also to each other. When people come together in prayer, they are often united by a common goal, seeking comfort, guidance, or strength from a source beyond themselves. This shared purpose binds individuals, allowing them to transcend personal differences such as race, nationality, and ideology. When people gather in prayer, they often focus on something greater than themselves, whether it is a shared hope for peace, healing for a loved one, or the strength to overcome adversity. In this act of collective intention, individuals momentarily set aside their personal agendas and align their hearts and minds with the broader needs of the community or the world. This unification in prayer creates a collective force, a synergy that is stronger than the sum of its individual parts. Each person's intention, hope, and belief contribute to the power of the prayer, creating a sense of shared responsibility for one another's well-being. Prayer can help dissolve the barriers of division that often exist between people. In a world marked by differences, prayer reminds us of our common humanity. Whether it is praying for someone across the world who is suffering or gathering with neighbors to seek peace, prayer acknowledges that we are all part of the same human story. In these moments of collective prayer, individuals are reminded that despite their differences, they are all equally valued, deserving of compassion, and part of a greater whole. This shared spiritual practice fosters empathy, understanding, and compassion, enabling people to reach across divides and build connections based on mutual care and respect. In a society where individualism often takes precedence, prayer acts as a counterbalance, reminding people of the importance of community. It is a practice that invites individuals to step out of their own isolated experience and enter into a collective one, where the needs of others are considered and supported. Prayer, thus, has the potential not only to strengthen personal faith, but also to create a sense of communal harmony where the concerns of the many are acknowledged and cared for by the group as a whole. It is through this unity in prayer that individuals are reminded of their interconnectedness and shared responsibility for one another. Thanks for watching.